Good evening and welcome back to another round of Contest of Speed AM2 here at Silverstone this week. I am your host for this evening, Cam Tizzle, with my partner in crime, DK Nortec.
Yep.
And I hope you guys are excited for what is going to end up being a very wet evening out here on track. At least for qualifying. We'll have to wait and see if the race ends up being that way, but if it's a wet race, man, we're going to be in for something interesting, to say the least. DK, what are your thoughts on the track?
I love it. Very fun track to drive, honestly. Kind of one of the easier ones, in my opinion. I just like the track. It's a good flowing track. Not a whole lot of really crazy passing opportunities. I think that makes the racing kind of cleaner, but definitely some tricky parts. You got Maggotts and Beckett's, obviously Cops Corner. Definitely some tricky places, but you get a good run out of Maggotts and Beckett's on I think that's the Hanger Straight. Sorry for the Europeans if that's wrong. But yeah, I think that's about the big passing opportunity here.
Yeah, say we got like what? Yeah, in the turn, what would be turn 3? End of the first DRS straight, Cops, Maggotts, Beckett's, Hanger Straight, and I guess you could say like the final chicane. I mean, it's a decent amount of spots I would take, but yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes though.
I've
Hopefully,
only
it's
really ever
a
had
good.
one good overtaking spot whenever I'm racing here, and that's through like before the entrance of Stowe. So
Hmm.
that's my opinion. That's where I've had the most success.
Right, right, of course. But anyways, Sweens, he was our first guy out for this evening. I think he kind of ran a little wide through turn 1, so I'm gonna look at Red Arrow. Seems to be having a little bit more of a tidy lap. As far as favorites for this evening, though, uh, word from the Ferrari garage is that they're looking to have another strong performance here this evening. But I think is Drag King here? Yeah, Drag King. Yep, of course you can't count out Drag King.
Nope,
And if I remember right, Hysteria? Was it Hysteria? Is he
he
in
is
here?
not
He's
here
not
tonight.
here. Not here this evening.
Nope.
Well, let me look at the last couple of weeks results. Let's see
I'm
if this
gonna
kind of
I'm gonna count
fogs my
on
memory.
my trusty Ferrari boys. They finally got me that 1-2 last week. So if they're saying they're strong, I'm counting them in. Drag King as well. Those three guys are showing they're kind of the guys to beat this season. Bandut, he's been up there here and there this season, so don't count him out either.
And B Boogie, last week he finished fourth, so we'll see if he's able to keep things up. He's been having some solid races. I think he's got maybe like one podium, but he usually has like he you can kind of count him to be in like the top 5 range, give or take a couple positions.
Yeah, I just think he needs to focus on keeping it clean this week, and I think he could have a good position. I know he's kind of got unlucky a couple times this season with accidents and safety cars, but other than that, it's been a pretty good season for him as far as race pace. Results may not be there, but the pace is there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
Yep.
Sarrazzle and Fragley got into the 38s along with Bandut. Sarrazzle
Yep.
on the cusp of dipping into the 37s. I wonder if this is only how much better times are going to get as the session goes on, as the dry line forms, and I don't know if the rate of the rain coming down is gonna increase or decrease, but as for now, just nothing but improvements from each driver that crossed the line.
Yep. Getting confirmation in the chat. It is a dry race, so these guys do probably have dry setups on these cars in the rain.
Interesting. Well, a dry race is still gonna be welcome. This track is pretty good regardless. So
Yeah.
we'll see how things go here this evening. Do you have any predictions before we get too far in the qualifying?
You know what? I don't want to say it again because it's already happened, but I think in the order the top four in right now, I think that's your top four. It could change, um, finishing order, but I think that's who's going to be battling out tonight. It's one of those tracks where tire saving's a thing, and also just raw race pace is a thing, considering there's not crazy amounts of overtaking opportunities.
Right, and then
But
but I'd say this track could be also kind of technical in a way too, so it can kind of build some gaps. But
yeah,
B Boogie put himself P5. I kind of agree with what you were saying though. Generally speaking, the top four in our current qualifying order, I'd say those are going to be the guys to beat for the most part,
oh, and
with
there
the
goes
exception of
Inception.
Inception. Yeah,
Inception throws a
track
37.6.
track must be getting quicker, but as a general thing, like Sarazzle, Drag King, Fragley, Bandy, can't count any of those guys out. And then I say like picks like Boogie, Inception, Red Arrow. Those are going to be guys that could definitely find their way into the mix.
I agree with that. Definitely, Inception up there is surprising a little bit. He's also had a couple of some good races too this season as well. Kind of the same story with his teammate though, just catching bad breaks
Right.
every now and then. As Red Arrow goes to a P2, ASAP goes to a P2 with a 38.1.
Yeah, IO's up a second and a half at the moment, so that was
Yeah,
through sector two. So we'll see if he's got anything on the rest of this lap to maybe propel himself up to the top of the order.
I would say the track is either these guys are getting used to it or the track's drying up a little bit.
Oh, there's a huge dry line right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And IO puts himself P8 with a 39.0. Yeah, I think only one can assume that this track is just getting a little bit quicker at the moment. I think that's the situation we're in at the moment. And Bandu, I
I think
think he
that's
just did he
very
just
safe to
finish a
say.
lap? Or is he starting one?
I think let me get his telemetry up. He is on one, I want to say. Yep.
Copy. Oh, we'll keep an eye on him here for a second.
A little squirrely coming out the turn three. Or what
He's
turn is that?
down,
One, two, three,
down
four,
by a
five.
lot.
Yep.
Where's Drag King? Drag King, Drag King.
Drag King
Looks
is
like he's up on
finishing
the
up a
sun
lap.
by a considerable margin too. He might find himself P1 here.
It's gonna be close. Maybe not.
37.2.
Maybe not
Wow.
close.
Yeah, maybe not. But real quick here, I want to run through some standings real quick while we have a moments here in qualifying. Fragley at the top of the standings, 81.5 points. We did have a race that was given half points, so that's where that half point comes from. Drag King with in second, only how many points back? 2.5 points back. It's with 79 points. So that's Drag King in second place. Sarazzle 72 points. So Fragley, Drag King, Sarazzle, all separated by less than 10 points at the moment. Bandu not too far behind with 66 points. Hysteria with 60 points. B Boogie 41 points. And yeah, that's pretty much what I got there. And then we go to constructors. Ferrari dominance. Ferrari has 153 points. McLaren 84. Red Bull Cash App, they got 79 points. Haas 64. And yeah, that's pretty much the main notable ones. Anyways, back to qualifying here. It looks like the Ferrari boys back 6th and 7th in the order at the moment. We got some guys coming in setting some hot laps at the moment. Inception is overtaken Drag King with a 36.6. Potty finding himself in the P3.
Reserve driver for tonight. Decent lap.
I say, from what I remember, Potty is definitely quick, so not surprising to me at least. Check out Sarazel here as he's coming down the hangar straight. Coming up to the sector splits. Actually, no, the sector splits at the beginning of the straights.
Goes
real wide.
Yep. Go on for a good time though. Yep, it's gonna be good.
Does improve almost a whole second, but not into the 36s. So this can be a 37.4 for Sarazel. Fraggly on a lap, he's up almost a 10.5.
It's not going to be the biggest of improvements, but an improvement nonetheless. I think he's going to set a time relatively close to his teammate right here. Oh,
yeah,
once again, I was wrong.
I'm not too far off.
Yeah.
See if we got any guys in the back. Looks like a soul flat top might be getting impeded. Really close to the front of him, but we'll see if he is going to be setting anything decent across the line here. He coming across the line. Does improve a little bit. Puts himself up the P10. Beige Rage, can you check his telemetry? Nope, he's not on lap. Yep. Never mind.
Nope.
C9 Wolf, he is... Can you check to see if he's on a lap telemetry?
He is... He could be. He's not using any ERS, though. So, okay. No. Okay. And he's on 100%.
Well, I'll still wait for the sector split. He's kind of close to it, so... Just to make sure. He's up a little bit.
Yeah, he's up to 10, so he is on a lap. Maybe you can just save a lot of ERS. Interesting development, though. I'm just looking at the tires people are on right now. Whitjay is sitting in the pits with softs on his car. So I don't know if he's thinking about maybe going out and make a lap on the softs.
That'd be a very audacious move. I would like to see someone try it, though. That'd be pretty cool. If you see someone with slicks come out on the track, let me know. I'll definitely want to watch that.
Yep. Oh, and it is Whitjay. He is on an outlap on the soft tires.
Oh, okay. Interesting. C9 Wolf only up a half a second. It's probably going to put him just only up a couple spots. But I'm going to go to Whitjay. I do want to see this. This could be a very clutch move right now if this ends up going well. There isn't a decent drive line right now, so if he can stick to the drive line, he actually might have a chance at setting a decent time. I don't know if it's going to be a good one, but there is a dry line out there, so there's a thought at least.
Yeah, he's just on an outlap, probably just filling things out, seeing if he really wants to try this. If not, he definitely does have time to get back to the pits and put on more entries and try again.
Well, it did go through cops pretty quick. Okay, this is it. I think this is it right here. I think Whitjay might have made like the best strategy decision ever, potentially.
Potentially.
If
anybody else tries to do it.
Yeah, I'm committed to watching this.
Yep.
100%. Yep. This is... This could be amazing. Can't state that enough.
As of now, he's the only driver trying it, and he's going to commit to it because he's about to start a lap. Your man, Whitjay.
Whitjay currently in P9. I'd argue he doesn't have too much to lose. I think he actually might do this.
Oh, he did run a little wide through turn one.
Can't fall to there, he got push. Oh, yeah. No!
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah.
Unfortunate. I like the
That
idea,
is,
but it's unfortunate.
it is
Anyways,
important. This game's so misleading though, because there is a dry line. Like the track is dry, but knowing this game, it's probably still wet.
yeah,
Yeah,
still very greasy. I mean, the rain's still coming down, so
yeah. He gave it a shot. Oh, and he's gonna almost spin out. All right, let's get it up to here. Drag King's on one. Drag King's on a lap.
only 7 thousandths of a second that he's up at the moment, though. So I think for the most part, I think that the track is ramped up to its fullest potential right now. The dry line is as dry as it's gonna get, as the game will allow. Because we haven't seen anybody go into the 35s yet.
No. If the order stays the way it is and the race is dry, I want to say we're in for a very interesting race because you got a lot of people up there that are normally not up there.
Yeah, with Inception being P1 right now, that'd be an awesome little thing to see.
And Red Arrow
Potty.
P3 now as Potty goes fastest with a 36.2.
B Bogey
B
puts
Boogie
himself
jumps up
P3.
to P3. Yep.
But Drag King coming around the final couple corners here. Is
He's up
he
three
going
tenths.
to jump the guys in front of him? He
He's
put
up three
himself
tenths.
P2.
Yep.
I'll let you keep an eye on the Ferrari guys. I'm going to take a look at ASAP Loggy. ASAP Loggy earlier in the qualifying session had a really good lap, so curious to see if he is going to keep that form going. Yeah, Red Arrow's down his time.
Razzle's 8 tenths up.
ASAP
Throw that out
Loggy's
there.
up 4 tenths. Is that Fragley on a lap? Fragley is on a lap. Srazzle with a 36-0.
Yep, that'd be P1.
I'll pan back
Where's
to
Fragley at?
ASAP Loggy in a second because Fragley. Oh, Fragley's invalidated.
Ah,
But so leave it up to ASAP Loggy now. He's gonna come across the final corner here in a few moments. Coming to the final hard braking zone. Coming around the final corner. Can we keep it tight? Get himself a real good lap here. Puts himself P4 with a 36-3.
okay, I think Inception.
Probably
Inception
is on
might
a
be
lap
on one
still.
more lap. B Boogie's not. Inception might be on another one. Red Arrow's done.
Dang, that lap from Fragley though could have put him like up in the P2. Oh,
Oh,
Drag King.
Drag King. Drag King
Dang.
breaks into the 35s.
Oh, Io almost died across the line, but still improved and put himself at P9. Jump Fragley. So, just a small mistake from Fragley took our championship leader all the way down to 10th. Is Witche out there on the soft still? Witche is still out there on the
Yeah,
soft
Woodjay is
tires.
still on the soft. Yeah, he's got Beige Rage coming in behind him, though.
uh,
Yeah, it's
gotta
gonna be
respect
good.
it. Where's Inception? Oh, Inception's in the pit. Sween's, I
And
think he's on the lap.
yeah,
No,
Swains is invalidated, so that's gonna do it.
that's gonna do it right there. So we got Drag King in first here with a 35.4, followed by Sarazzle, Potty in third, ASAP Blocky in fourth, Bandute fifth, Inception, and B Boogie back-to-back Haas's P6, P7, Red Arrow P8, IO P9, Fragley P10, Soulflat Top P11, Sween, C9 Wolf, Beige Rage, Witj, McRib, and Hypnotic. That's the rest of your grid there. I do want to point out real quick. I feel like almost all the qualifying sessions, like throughout the season, Inception and B Boogie have just been right there with each other. Like they've been hugging each other on the grid.
Yep, they're pretty close. They're pretty close in race pace too. That's why I'm not 100%. Well, actually, I said that all wrong. That's why I'm not 100% doubting that they could get that podium.
Right.
One of them. Oh, Io gets a 5-place grid penalty.
Oh. What was that for?
Let's check. Collision with Hypnotic.
Naughty boy hitting people. Party to win is your prediction. Red Devil, do you, if you can, you gonna put up some cos bets?
Party to win, I can see that. I believe that's a South African flag.
I'm trying to think a good cause bet here this evening. What would be a good one?
Mm,
I think time.
is
No,
ASAP
it's a,
P4?
I don't want to do time penalties. Let's maybe. Actually, Red Devil, I'll let you surprise me on that. I honestly don't know what I want. I'm kind of indecisive. I'm thinking something along the lines of like maybe like safety car over unders, but I'll leave it up to you though. Let you cook on that. Thank you, DK, for pulling that up.
Yep. As always. Ready to go in Silverstone?
Oh my gosh! They instantly readied up. Are we good? Is everybody here? I hope everyone's here.
Yep. Everybody's rolling. We're good. Lights out. Away we
I
go.
hope everyone reacted. I hope everyone got their strategies in. Oh, we got cars off in the back. That's Fragley. Fragley's off in the back, but I'm gonna stick here at the front for now. Sarrazzo goes wide into turn 3. And ASAP Locky's gonna try to take advantage of that. Drag King got away really well.
Lots of contact in the midfield. Inception's got wing damage.
Inception's got wing damage.
Yep, he is missing his right end plate.
Dang. Gotta feel bad for Fragley. I don't know what happened back there. I don't know whose fault that was, but dang, that's quite unfortunate. But shoot, I don't even know where to look right now. I just see a bunch of things happening on the leaderboard right now.
Oh, that was bad. Yeah, I'm watching the back a little bit.
Guys running a little bit wide through cops. ASAP Lucky, though, I missed that overtake on Drag King, but ASAP Lucky might end up leading the first lap. Oh, what happened to Potty? I'm not too sure what happened to Potty. I honestly don't know what happened anywhere. There was a lot of things happening and a horrible camera angle to follow. Sarrazzo going to go a little deep into the final braking zone on Drag King. Going to have to relinquish that position.
Hats off to ASAP.
Yeah, hats off to ASAP, though. Having a rough last week, leading the first lap of the race this week.
Yep. If I'm Drag King, though, I don't want to see that Alpine's rear wing after what happened last week.
Bandu going to get maybe a little bit of a switchback on Sarrazzo. Go! Sarrazzo almost kind of forced him a little tight into there. Inception, though, is looking to take advantage of this. Forcing Bandu the long way around.
On the outside. That's one thing. I feel like that outside line is the optimal line around there, though. Too, around there.
Yeah, I can get a go on with that for sure.
Yeah.
I, though, on the back of B Boogie, don't know if he's going to quite have a run through here. No, he's not quite yet.
Yep. Everybody's kind of getting a groove, getting strung out. Got a little group forming back to about P8, and then it's Fragley leading the second little group. But I would imagine he's going to close that up.
See, B Bogey was looking to the inside of Io, now around the outside. Gonna look at a little bit of the switchback now. Ooh, almost a little bit of contact, but something that must be noted is that Fragley, after having a little bit of a moment on the first turn and dropping all the way down to 16th places, back up to 930. Must have been a lot of squabbling around the back.
Hats off to him. And the other guy that was up there too, Potty, we don't know what happened to him. He's back in P15. He's kind of lost DRS, lost this main pack.
So Red Arrows getting a little racy here with
they're 3 wide a little bit. Boogie, Fragley, and IO. They were 3 wide for a second. That was a lot to say at once.
Yeah, you're good. But ASAP Bloggy still holding on to the lead here.
Drag King closed that gap down to 210. It's going to have DRS right here as well. ERS, is he going to burn it? ASAP is on the button. Drag King's not really doing it.
Playing the long game for now. But Fragley, though, is going to go around the outside of IO. Looks like he's going to get that move done.
Good recovery so far from Fragley up to P7.
I missed the moment that Bandu ended up getting by Srazzle, but Srazzle's got passed by Inception. He's going to come back at him now into turn 1. Red Arrow's going to be wanting to take advantage of one of these two making a move here.
Interesting choice, Gary. Everybody kind of started on the softs. That's kind of a first in a normal race, I feel like.
Yeah, only a couple people on the medium tire here this evening, as Inception is going to be looking to the inside of Srazzle into. Is this Brooklyn or I forget what they call this corner? To be honest with you,
Brooklyn. I think it is Brooklyn.
It's something like that.
I think
it's something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Srazzle held that off pretty well. Back up front, Drag King did get past ASAP, and Bandu is now all over the back of ASAP right now, headed through Maggots and Beckets.
Yeah, there's that 2.5 second gap between Bandu and Srazzle.
Oh, I think Bandu's about to say ASAP sitting on Drag King. Bandu's going to follow him through to the inside of Drag King through Stowe. Oh, Drag King holds it off well, and now he's got the inside line going into the final chicane-ish thing. I forget what they call this corner. Oh, Bandu's going to send it back up the inside on the final corner. A little bit of contact. Oh, Drag King almost sends it into the wall. Oh, my goodness. Drag King is not going to like that.
Hey, can someone put exclamation point clip into the chat?
Yes, please.
See that? Oh, yeah, please clip that. That'd be a good little clip to have for later. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Drag King's lost almost 2 seconds now, and now Bandu's going back to ASAP. Already some drama in the first couple laps. Oh, is that Potty spun out of turn 4? It is. Sorry, that just got me all energized.
Summers, since you're more familiar with the track, so Brooklyn, is that the left-hander, the long left-hander, and then Luffield, the long right-hander? Can you, give me some clarification on that?
I'm just going to pull up a track map.
Pablo, what happened is your boy Bandu ended up hopping the sausage curb right up to the line and pushed Drag King a little wide. As Bandu and ASAP Bloggy now currently fighting for position here.
Oh, Srazzle picks up 3 seconds.
Bandu's gonna get that move then, though, around the outside.
So real quick, I got the quarter names pulled up. In order, you got Abbey, which is where Bandu is, and then Farm. And then it's the Wellington Straight, the first DRS zone. Brooklands is the left-hander. Luffield is the right-hander. You got Woodcote. I think it's Woodcut. Is the little right-hander that goes kind of down the old. And then you got Cobbs, Maggots, Beckets, Chapel, Stowe, Vale, and Club. Kind of what it is. And then obviously the straights. You got the Wellington Straight, the Hanger Straight. And it's not on this map, but I know what it's called. But the main straight is called the Hamilton Straight now. Did not know that.
Ice call to run the cops dual pit straight.
Yep. Well, the Hamilton straight where the current
Yeah.
pit straight is the Hamilton straight.
Right. And must be noted, yeah, Bandit though has definitely got some really good pace here this evening. ASAP Lagi doing a good job of being able to hang with him. And the little bit of battling they're doing though is kind of bringing the other pack into the mix here.
They're doing their own little battling. Serrazo's looking on the inside of Drag King a little bit.
They're definitely working their way back up, that's for sure. Serrazo with that 3-second time penalty. Inception, though, even with that wing damage, still holding on to P5.
I think all the battling ahead of him has kept him close.
Right.
Just on his onboard, you can tell he's kind of struggling a little bit, but he's been able to keep it up there.
Bandit and ASAP Lagi going to go at it again into Brooklyn's in the left field now.
I gotta be concerned about Bandit's tires at this point. He is driving that car.
Yeah, they've definitely been battling quite a bit. And B Boogie and Serrazzle are gonna go side by side into cops. B Boogie's gonna get that move done. Serrazzle on the back foot now, having IO looking at him.
To the leaders real quick. Bandit's gonna look to the inside of ASAP in the stow. Gets it done. Looking at these ERS differences between the top two though, Bandit's hovering around 80%, like a whole lap, but ASAP's about 50. So ASAP's definitely using a lot more ERS than Bandit right now.
So Drag King and Fragley, they've been getting into it over the last lap or so. Inception holding P3 now. With that wing damage, I gotta keep reminding people, he does have wing damage. Still P3. Missing a right end plate.
If he's got good track position, if I was him, I would almost just not even worry about replacing that. Cause
yeah, for sure.
With how slow the pit lane is here, you're going to lose a lot of time as Drag King kind of gets around him. Oh, Fragley gives him a little tap, bumps him into Drag King.
That was a great move from Drag King around the outside, almost going off the track to make that move, but kept it on. You can tell that the corner difference in speed between Fragley and Inception, though, is definitely getting to Fragley. Oh, and Fragley makes a mistake going into Maggots and Beckett's. I'm not too sure what happened to him, but he lost another spot from that. Actually, no, he didn't. He didn't lose a spot from it. Okay, I thought he did. Maybe I saw Serrazzle in the background. I don't know. There's a lot going on right now. It's kind of hard to decide where to keep the camera again.
Yep, you got the top two swapping places every lap, and then you got the third down to sixth all over each other. And then right behind them, you got 7, 8, 9, 10 all together. The three groups. We'll watch the top two again. Bandit's going to go around the outside of Brooklyn's, now that we know it, and retake the lead.
We were talking about tires, though, early on how most everyone started on the soft tires. I wonder what the pit window is going to be. I'm thinking maybe like lap 11, 12.
It's probably definitely coming up. I would say either this lap, anywhere in the next 3 laps. I would say for the soft runners, B Boogie, and Soul Flat Top are on the mediums. They started on the mediums along with Potty and C9 Wolf.
Depending on
guys were
good. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you.
Depending what the pace is looking like, though, Inception might be able to get away with fixing that front wing and trying to go for like an undercut.
Yeah, yep, I can see that. Nobody's pitting this lap, so it's definitely when you want to do it. I think if I am Inception, I'm probably pitting as soon as I can, just that way I can take the most amount of advantage I can get if I need to change the wing as well.
Because it's definitely compromising his corner speed.
Yep. It looks like it's really mainly only affecting him kind of through the slow corners, though, the most.
Yeah, I'd say so. Then, like, most notably, Cops. Maggots and Beckett's definitely seeming to do fine there, but yeah, Fragley has been getting really close to the back of him, particularly in through Cops. Like, a lot of these, like, longer turns kind of makes it a little bit more tricky for Inception.
Yep, you just got to put more will into it, which scrub speed and all that good stuff. So I'm definitely looking to pit here. Honestly, I would say this lap if I'm him.
If I'm Fragley, I'm also trying to pit out of this, you know, to get the undercut on Inception because you can't just keep sitting behind him. He's holding him up for sure. Like just from the looks of it.
And he gave him 2 taps there through Maggots and Beckett's, and Inception's going to hold him off down the straight. Oh, he's going to send it outside a Stowe. Somebody pit. Oh, Drag King and Inception. Yep. Don't speed. It's 37. It's not 50 this week.
Yeah, Fragley staying out. ASAP and Bandoot staying out. Red Arrow staying out. Here, I'll just pull up the tires so you can see all that.
Razzle's in too. Everybody's going to the mediums, so seems like.
No surprise on that one.
Yep. 16 laps. You can probably do that. I mean, they took the softs 10, so I would think the mediums could go 16.
Actually, it looks like we only had like a handful of guys coming into the pits this lap, so I expect to see the rest of the grid coming in.
Yep. Everybody but B Boogie and Soul Flat Top, they are out there on the medium still. But even then, I mean, they could even consider like maybe pitting with these guys and I don't know, maybe throwing the hards on.
Could, but don't know if I would do that, to be honest. But I think if you're on the mediums, I think you're committed to that medium soft strat.
Yep. Oh, here goes ASAP again. ASAP retakes the lead. These guys are swapping the lead every DRS zone.
Looks like Fragley's going to stay out another lap.
Yep.
So a lot of these guys, I think they're going to get more use out of their medium tires by waiting just a little bit longer. As Io, McRib come in, Whitjay's in. Top 5 still staying out.
B Boogie is just want to note this. He's closed that gap down to like in like half a second in about a lap from Red Arrow.
Yeah, the medium tire is definitely the optimal tire at this point for those that haven't pit yet.
Bush.
Getting a nice crispy Sprite. But Bandoot though and ASAP Luggy, pretty much this whole race just been swapping positions left and right.
Yep.
It's gonna be
every DR zone. It's gonna be another swap. It looks like. At this point, it's just like I'm just gonna let you go, and we're just gonna time it out where whoever's in the lead the last lap is just going to get us. They both come into pit, the entire top 4.
Who's that? Who's that?
Yep,
That's in the
coming
middle
to pit.
of the track.
That is Beige Rage. That is Beige Rage.
Okay.
I think he was trying to get out of the way, and then those guys just decided to come into the pits.
Yeah, Fragley's in as well. He's actually really close to the back of ASAP Loggy as well. But where is Drag King going to come out against these guys? One can presume that he's going to take the
I
lead
think
here,
I think he is going to take the lead.
at least provisionally of the
AJ
guys that have pit.
has retired, calling it quits in the pits. I don't know. It's gonna be pretty close, actually. Looking at Ben Duke came out in front. I think he was in front of him.
Oh,
It's gonna be
yeah.
close.
Yep, so Bandit's going to have to work a little bit now. And he's got a little bit cold tires coming out, so. But he is going to have that help of DRS.
Yep.
ASAP
Same.
Loggy, though, lost looks to be a good bit of time, though. 2
I
seconds
think it
back
has.
from Bandit.
I think it had to do with the pit stop exchange. Probably. I think
Was there a double stack?
he potentially had no double stack, but he potentially had to wait unless we don't have that setting on.
Um, yeah, I'm not too sure. That's an odd one. I would say he maybe had wing damage, Summers, but
Oh,
it would have put
Fragley
him.
and ASAP gonna go side by side through cops. Oh man, a little bit of contact could have ended very badly. And
Yeah, Summer.
that's gonna bring Inception into that too. And Inception did not change his wing, so he's sticking with it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you right there. As I was about to say, is that he definitely would have lost more time by changing his wing. So I don't know. Bandit though, with the fresher tires though, if he could stick with Drag King, could definitely set himself up in a good spot. But he needs to stick in DRS. He is kind of flirting around that range where you're going to lose it.
I'm gonna get it on this straight. It's gonna help. He also Bennett's really been good this race conserving his battery too. He always has seems like he always has more than the guy in front of him. So that's always a plus.
It was an undercut by 2 laps, Summers. But ASAP Loggy though, close to the back of Fragley. Well, he was thinking about it, but thinks better of trying to make a move there in the cops without being that far behind.
Yeah. Don't Lewis Hamilton it.
That race cost me $50. I had Max Verstappen winning that race just for him to get shunted into the wall lap 1. I was not a happy camper that day.
So either go back over to Bandit and Drag King really quick. Bandit's he's a lot closer this time. Close the gap up 4/10 from the previous lap at this point.
The field, generally speaking, is a bit more spread out now than at the beginning.
Yeah, something this track does after the pit stop cycles is kind of spread everybody out. I don't know if it's like the speed in the pits, is it the undercut and the overcuts, just that much of an advantage.
The undercut is extremely powerful, though.
Yeah. Bandit's going to get Drag King.
Gregory's going to get by ASAP. IO just got by Serrazo on the back.
Looking at the gaps, there's almost a chance that if B-Boogie pits right here, that he's going to come out kind of in this pack with Drag King and Fragley and Bandit. Or should I just say Drag King and Bandit? Yep, and here he comes.
I think it might come out around Serrazo and IO, to be honest. That's just my guess, so. I think it's about 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, the more I'm looking at it, I believe you're right, but I don't know. It's going to be close. Once again. It's going to be close. Maybe not. Nope, nowhere
But
near close.
Bandu is by Drag King though. I think
Yep,
we did go over.
and
I
that's
think we did
gonna give.
mention that actually.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, B Boogie actually did beat him out, but is definitely really close to them. Really close to Alio and Sarazzle.
He is gonna be on the softs, but a lot of ground to cover. As Fragley and ASAP are going at it, I think that's gonna go on the rest of the race and just allow Drag King and Bandit to kind of just pull away from that.
Right. Yeah. See, if you're Fragley and ASAP, you really just gotta work
Oh,
together and.
they about to go side by side through cops again. Mm,
Looks like they
they
make
are
it
not
work.
working together. Nope, no working together here. Oh, that's
Fragley
gonna
has to
bring
do
a
a little
red
bit of
arrow
lift.
right in on this too.
Yeah, they just like pretty much lost like a whole like 6 or 7 tenths to Drag King and Bandu. But from what we know about ASAP though, ASAP will fight for every position tooth and nail. That is for sure. No ifs, ands, or buts.
If we found out anything last week, yes. Yep. He will throw the car into the wall to get a position.
Yep, that's for sure. B Boogie though, yeah, on the soft says Red Devil just pointed out could be very nice. Could be very nice
It
indeed.
could be definitely for the podium, especially the three in front of them. Just keep doing what they're doing. Faculty's kind of broken away a little bit, and that's going to leave Radio and ASAP to battle it out.
So Sarazzle and Io continuing their battle. They've been battling for at least the last pretty much ever since the pit cycle ended. So Soul Flat Top and McRib trading places. Go back up to Drag King and Bandit though. Drag King getting really close to the back of Bandit, but not opting to overtake quite yet. Fragley's getting a little bit of a distance on ASAP now, and he's starting to kind of close the gap up again, back up to Drag King and Bandit.
Yeah, B Boogie's also closing in a lot as well. He's in DRS range now of these guys, and puts in the fastest lap. Yep.
He's definitely got to take advantage of these soft tires while they're still the better tire.
Yep. They're 2 laps old now, and so not crazy though.
But yeah, if he still hasn't really passed these guys in like the next like 6-7 laps, he's definitely going to be struggling to get by them at all.
Yep. They're definitely probably going to continue to battle though, and that's just going to help them out because ASAP's closed it back down to Fragley. He's going to need a good cops and a good Maggots and Beckett's, and I think he's probably going to be attacking, I would say.
I think Drag King right here also too is going to be looking to get by Bandit potentially.
I think he's just going to ride. He's not using battery. He's on
Ride the wave.
94% battery. Yep, he's on 94% battery compared to Bandit's about 60.
Oh,
ASAP
hanging around
did
outside.
Yep, did get by Fragley. And B Boogie is now in the mix of this, so he needs to take advantage of these tires right now. Like, you got to get through these guys as fast as possible. Puts in the fastest lap again. You got the tire advantage and the ERS advantage. You gotta use it because these guys are only going to hold you up.
So with the DRS train though, just kind of makes it a little bit more difficult at the moment. They're racing, but they're definitely making more like DRS type passes rather than going wheel to wheel through a bunch of corners.
They're
Unlike
about there.
right now
Oh,
though.
Ace. Like right now, yep. Ace Sam gets into the side of Fragley. It's a little sideways. That's going to open the door for Red Arrow. They're going to go side by side potentially. They're going to fall back in line. Oh, B Boogie's going to send it. B Boogie's sending it. Oh. That's what you got to do, though. That's what you got to do with these tires right now. You got to kind of be bold. Oh, he's going to burn it. Burn it, DRS. Here he comes.
Here he comes.
Get on
he's
ASAP.
gonna get two.
Yeah, he's gonna get Red Arrow 2 and 1.
Oh, ASAP took himself out.
Oh no. Oh, and Red Arrow chopped off B Boogie. Oh no.
Or Red Arrow, you mean?
Ah.
Because B Boogie. Or no.
Yeah, I said that right.
Yeah, you're right.
B Boogie.
You're right. My bad. Yep. I was still thinking about ASAP because ASAP ended up trying to do something and ended up basically spinning himself out. That was a good camera angle, though.
I was on board. But in all that, too, Bandoot did pick up a 3-second time penalty. So, in all that, I just noticed that.
Yeah, I don't know what ASAP was thinking right there. His car to his inside and dives to the inside, but yeah, this is the spot where now is IO is gonna get by ASAP now. And ASAP's gonna be coming right back at IO. Fragley though is within 1.4 of Bandoot.
Yeah, Fragley's really pushing. He doesn't have anybody to really worry about behind him now.
ASAP though is getting real racy with IO. They were getting real close to cops. Potty with 3-second time penalty. Sarazzle though with that 3-second time penalty, I think he'll find himself in P10 as things stand. So he's gonna have to get on with it. And Bandoot just with the mistake he just made is gonna let Fragley get the door open on the inside. Drag King starting to kind of run away with it now.
Yep. 5 laps to go. You got to push it. I don't know if it's going to make a crazy amounts of difference, but Drag King does have older tires than everybody else behind him. I don't know if that's going to make a crazy amounts of difference, but you never know.
Right. Inception with that wing damage though is holding on the P7 quite nicely though. Looks like looks like he made a move actually while I was talking about him.
Yep, and with Sarazzle's got wing damage as well.
Oh really?
Just noticed that.
Fragley and Bandoot though gonna go side by side at the entrance of cops. Maybe nope. Bandoot's gonna cut in front. Oh, we got a whole gaggle of cars though with Sarazzle and Inception. That's a whole pack right there. Getting a little crazy. Go back up to Fragley and Bandoot real quick though. Looks like Fragley's just gonna get a nice little easy little move done. We're gonna go back to this little squabble for P6 here. Inception looking to the inside now, Sarazzle. Sarazzle has a missing left end plate, and Inception is missing his right end plate. So they've traded which end plate they're missing. It kind of creates an interesting little dynamic, I guess.
It's just part of the strategy.
Which one's better, a missing left end plate or a missing right end plate?
I would say I'd want to if I'm going missing one, I would say the left.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
I don't know. Yeah. Yep. Because there's a lot more faster corners that are to the right than there is to the left.
Yeah. Well, Inception though doing a really good job though, hanging on with IO and ASAP. Absolutely swarmed right now.
Just coming up to 3 to go. I just want to mention once again, B Boogie, bad luck. Is coming out, but I mean he's caught back up to Red Arrow. Maybe not. He may still have a chance, but it's 2 seconds to the next car after Red Arrow.
Well, B Boogie though still has a chance of also maybe even jumping Van Dude. So
Bandu,
if
yep.
he can get by Red Arrow, he can maybe even find himself on the podium. He just needs Fragley and Bandu to keep battling.
Yep. Which I believe they are. And Bandu doesn't care that he has a penalty. I never care if I have penalties either. I want to do it on track. Forget the penalties.
B Boogie though going around the outside into Brooklyn against Red Arrow. He's gonna get that move done from the looks of it. Is Red Arrow gonna get the good exit out of here though? Doesn't seem to be the best one. So it looks like B Boogie for now is gonna hold on to that spot. Now he has just clean air to discharge. Banduto and Fragley real close to each other, about to come onto the hangar straight here.
Yep, B Boogie does still have a chance for that podium now. He's within the range. And Srazzle picks up another 3 seconds, so that's going to give him 6. Red Arrow coming back on B Boogie, that's not going to help that. But even with I do want to point this out real quick. Even with the battling that Fragley and Bandu's doing, they've dropped the gap down to about a second and 6/10 to Drag King. It was about 2.2.
Didn't notice that, so that's interesting. Drag King must have made a mistake somewhere.
Or he's just riding. Maybe knowing Bandu's got the penalty and that all he has to do is defend against Fragley.
I think at this point though, I think B Boogie's soft tires are probably going to get beat out by the medium tires as a general statement.
Yeah, I think at this point I can't agree.
Oh yeah, and then Bandu reminded what is it? Pablo just reminded about that incident earlier where he ended up pushing Drag King a little wide. It's possible he could see a penalty from that too, which could end up influencing kind of like if B Boogie ends up getting like a podium post race.
That is true. Given history of contest of speed, most of the time, if I win the race, I don't really report anything. if I don't like.
It is true. It is true. But as far as like championship things go, I mean, could potentially be more inclined to.
That is true as well.
Because as far as I'm concerned, I mean, it's pretty much anybody's championship between Srazzle, Bandu, Drag King, Fragley. It's going to be a huge hit for Srazzle tonight, but Drag King and Fragley, Bandu, they're still going to be keeping the points up.
Yep, Srazzle is going to drop all the way down to P10 with his current penalties. Maybe he's pushing dropping out of the points. Cause
with the way things stand, then it would put Drag King about 5 points ahead of Fragley.
Yep. Oh, Bandit just cut the heck out of Beckett's.
What is it? B Boogie though behind Red Arrow at the moment, about to come up to the final lap. If you're B Boogie, you gotta wonder: are you trying to make a move here now?
I would just that way you got clean air this whole lap to attempt to close that gap down more because it's up to about 5 seconds now to Bandu.
But I think at this point, though, if you're B Boogie, you're more just focusing on making sure you at least get fourth.
Yeah. You know,
The podium would have been a bonus, but at least get what you can get.
could still happen. There could be
Oh yeah.
post race penalties, but we're on the final lap, and I think Jackson just gotta cruise on to victory.
Yeah, B Boogie was looking for it, but not quite getting it right here. He's gonna need a little bit. He's gonna need the hanger straight here.
It does have an ERS advantage. I mean, he's going to use a lot of it right there and right here. Oh, is he going to send it? No, he thought about it.
Oh, Red Arrow gets a little squirrely.
Oh, yeah, Red Arrow just opened the door right there, and B Boogie's going to have DRS too to attempt to pull away.
Well, Bandu just passed Fragley on track, so if Bandu thinks he can get that removed or something like that, he couldn't actually potentially. This could be, legit as well. But Drag King coming across the line to win here at Silverstone, followed by Fragley, Bandoots, presumably B Boogie. Yeah, B Boogie coming in fourth, Red Arrow P5. We'll see how far the straps strazzle down here.
Yep,
Might
I think he's
actually not
gonna.
lose that much.
Yep, maybe ninth.
Yeah,
Oh
P8.
no, he's gonna stay in eight. Yep.
It's good. He at least salvaged a few points. Definitely not the outing he was looking for, but IO P6, Inception P7, Srazzle P8, ASAP P9 after what was a really good start to his race ended up kind of falling apart near the end. Soulfly Top P10, McRib P11, Potty 12th, with J Sweens, Hypnotic, C9 Wolf, and a non-finisher of Beige Rage. Man, it was a good race though.
Yep.
Good race, some really
Good
good battles.
Yep, good race tonight. Good showing by B Boogie. Not the result he could have potentially got, but good showing by him. Congrats to Jack King, Fragley, Bandit on podiums provisionally, and even with ASAP down there in P9, he did show some pace tonight. So good on him.
Right. And I'm curious to see what develops out of lap one, turn one.
Oh yeah, that as well. Fragley dropping.
I have no idea what happened there.
I guess we will learn about it throughout the week and update everybody next week.
Yeah, I guess so. But for now, Drag King ends up being your winner yet again. I think it's his third win this season.
I believe so.
Yeah. But, All right, well, let me figure out who we're going to get for podiums or
I
for
think it's
interviews.
just gonna be Fragley,
Fragley.
like always.
Yeah, yeah. Because unfortunately, we're not on Discord here to get some of the other guys in. Just to remind everybody, yeah. But we will make do with what we can. So we're gonna get him in here, and then we can wrap things up. Welcome, Fragley. Well, I guess we'll start off with just you and only you, because it's gonna be just you in here tonight. But yeah, so the start of the race, definitely, Not what you wanted, but you ended up working your way back up to P2. Tell us about the start in particular and thoughts on the rest of the race.
Yeah, definitely not the start I was looking for. It was like just instant kind of racing over everybody in turn one, which kind of slowed me down and put me behind on everybody. But I was able to kind of fight through the grid, and once I made it up to back to the front, I was pretty confident. I was hoping I could catch up, but I think I did.
Right, and yeah, the undercut was definitely really powerful around here. Um, do you know what happened though with that start of the race? Like what kicked it off? Right, but definitely a good finish for you next week. I forget what next week is. It is.
I forget I think it's Monza, I believe,
It's
and it's
it's Monza. The
the mandatory two stop race too.
Oh so yeah, keep on the lookout this upcoming week for some news about maybe some pre-race notes. But how you feeling about Monza?
Feeling pretty good about Monza. I've enjoyed the little special races where the requirements are the. I think that should definitely bring a little bit more fun into the race with having to do more stops and kind of seeing what the tire strategy is with that. So I think it'll be super fun.
Right. But yeah, DK, do you have any questions for Fragley?
No, not really. As always, just congrats on the podium. I think you're in here every week, so definitely. Well, I mean, you're the only guy that we can really get, but congrats, man.
Alrighty, with that being said, this has been AM2 round 7 here at Silverstone. And tomorrow evening we have AM1 at the same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I think EU2 or EU1. No, it's EU2. EU2 is tomorrow at 9 p.m. GMT. So keep on an eye out for those races. And yeah,
It's EU1.
is EU1?
Yeah, they race. Tier ones
Oh, yeah,
race
yeah,
on the
yeah.
same days.
Yeah, you're right.
And
You're right.
then,
My bad. It is
no,
EU1. So yeah, EU1 tomorrow, 9 p.m. GMT. So yeah, keep an eye out for that if you're available. And yeah, everybody have a great night.